Hello and welcome to Monday Night Mashup. I'm Justin Walsh.
And I'm Kaden Dinkins.
The 16-year-old who opened fire on his classmates, killing 2 students, died on Friday. The California high school shooting started Thursday morning, resulting in 2 dead and several injured. Officials say the gunman then turned the weapon on himself, and he died from injuries in the hospital. The shooting lasted a total of 16 seconds, and police are searching for a motive.
A Colorado daycare had been using a false wall to conceal more than 20 children to get around having too many children in their care. 26 children under the age of 3 were hidden behind a wall in the basement of Play Mountain Place daycare. The Children Care Place had a license saying 6 children were capacity. Police officers originally charged 3 daycare workers with misdemeanors of child abuse, but have been dropped pending investigation.
2 Arkansas chemistry professors were arrested on Friday for making meth. The Henderson State University professors were charged with manufacturing methamphetamine and using drug paraphernalia. The science center at the university was closed in early October due to a chemical odor, reportedly a chemical required for making the drug. One of the professors has made bail. It is not certain whether the other has as well.
A bus and semi-truck accident in Virginia sent 19 people to the hospital. The crash happened around 4:30 a.m. because of a heavy fog and icy conditions. The driver of the tractor-trailer lost control, hitting the semi-truck, which then was hit by the bus. The bus had 20 occupants, but none were fatally injured, and those hospitalized are recovering today. After the break, we will have your latest South Carolina news.
And in South Carolina state news, a Police Officer of the Year recipient has been arrested for hitting a handcuffed suspect. The Charleston officer was charged with third-degree assault and battery on Friday. He had a body cam video revealing him injuring a suspect who was accused of pulling car door handles. He has been released on after signing a written promise to return to court.
A South Carolina hunter mistakenly shot his friend thinking he was a deer. The group hunting party had one member shoot the other through the upper body early Thursday morning. The injured man was not wearing an orange vest at the time of the incident. He was taken to a hospital in the area to treat his wound. The South Carolina Department of Natural Resources are investigating the accidental shooting.
And for your local news, last Monday, the USC fraternity Lambda Chi Alpha was kicked off of the Columbia campus. The fraternity is suspended until 2023 after violating multiple rules, including hazing. They were already on suspension for previous hazing and alcohol incidents until May of 2020. After that, the university and national board meetings found enough evidence for the 4-year suspension.
Richland County Police have arrested a man accused of 4 attempted murders on Thursday. Officials were called on Wednesday morning with reports of shootings. Several victims told investigators that the man had been to their business before the incident. He was reportedly angry over a vehicle title transfer and took a gun out and fired in the direction of 4 employees. When we come back, we'll have your latest weather report. Welcome back. We are here with Ward.
All right, so Ward, when I came down to South Carolina, I did not expect it to be this cold this soon. So
oh, come on, it's not that cold.
Well, it's colder than I was expecting, so just tell me what's up with that.
Yeah, well, it's definitely been a little bit rainier than we'd like it to be. It's been pretty chilly too, but it's really around average for this time of year. We're going to stay that way for the next few days. Around average temperatures, mostly in the low 60s, maybe a few high 50s here and there. But the good news is all that rain, which is really making it feel really cold, is out the door. And we are looking at mostly dry conditions over the next week. But the weekend is looking a little bit dreary. So the week will be nice, but unfortunately the weekend will not be that great. This is how it is outside right now. It's 7:12 local time, 50 degrees outside, but it feels like 47. Maybe that's what Justin's talking about. Wind coming in from the north, 3 miles per hour, and the humidity is down at 100%, all that moisture coming in through the front yesterday, and we're looking at overcast skies. Now these are how things are going to be looking tomorrow if you're trying to plan your day. Foggy conditions tomorrow morning, so you might want to turn on those low beams, and pretty cool temperatures around 40 degrees. But by the afternoon, we're looking at a high temperature around 60 degrees with mostly clear skies. And then by the evening, we should be pretty clear with a low around 39 degrees. This is how the state was looking today. In the upstate, we were at 54 up in Greenville and Greenwood. Rock Hill, we were only at 50 degrees today, and then here in Columbia even, we were only at a high of 54 degrees today. It was a little bit warmer down in Orangeburg, 55, and 56 in Aiken. But in the Midlands, it pretty much stayed in the low to mid 50s, 52 in Sumter and 50 degrees in Florence, 51 in Myrtle Beach, and a little bit warmer as you move down the coast, 56 in Charleston and 60 degrees in Hilton Head. If you take a look at the first half of the week, like I said, that rain and those clouds are out the door, and the low 60s are really where we're going to be seeing the temperatures stay. Some clouds on Tuesday, but then by Wednesday and Thursday, we're looking at mostly clear skies with temperatures in the mid 60s. 64 on Wednesday, 65 on Thursday, but then like I said, that weekend is not looking as great as the week. It's going to get a little bit warmer, so by Friday we have overcast skies with 68 degrees as your high, and then on Saturday 64 degrees as the showers come back in, and then 60 on Sunday, but by the beginning of next week it should be pretty clear again, so that's good news, I guess.
All right, as long as the rain's out of the way, I can deal with it. That's all I can ask for.
Yep, that's, you know, I actually kind of like the temperatures in the low 60s because when the sun comes out, it's not too hot, you're not sweating, but when the rain comes, it sure does make it feel a little bit colder, and I think that's what we've been seeing the past couple days.
30 class in the morning.
Yeah.
All right, when we come back, we'll be joined by Kendall Smith, who's going to give us the rundown on sports.
Good evening, welcome back to Monday Night Mashup. I'm Kendall Smith. The South Carolina Gamecocks suffered a 30-6 loss this weekend to Texas A&M on the road. The loss for the Gamecocks officially takes them out of bowl contention for the 2019 season, as USC only plays one more game this season, which will be at home against Clemson on November 30th. During Saturday's matchup against Texas A&M, the Gamecocks offense seemed to hit a wall as they did not score a single touchdown. The Gamecocks' 6 points came from 2 field goals, one in the first quarter and one in the fourth quarter. Following the loss, South Carolina's head coach Will Muschamp commented on the loss and the fact that USC will not be bowl eligible this season by saying it's frustrating and it shouldn't happen. As for other college football news from this past weekend, the top 4 college football playoff teams, LSU, Ohio State, Clemson, and Georgia, went undefeated. However, the number 5 ranked Alabama Crimson Tide suffered a tremendous setback as their starting quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa, dislocated his right hip in Alabama's game against Mississippi State. His injury will put him on the sidelines for the remainder of the season. Thank you for tuning in to this edition of Sports on Monday Night Mashup. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Thank you all for watching tonight's show.
Make sure to follow us on Twitter at SGTV News 4.
Tune in to Monday Night Mashup every Monday night at 7 for SGTV News 4. I'm Kendall Smith.
I'm Ward Jealous.
I'm Kaden Dinkins.
And I'm Justin Walsh. Have a great week, Carolina. Forever to thee.